are you? I thought we killed your whole family.
The snake. The Oni. The Kitsune. The spider. The dragon. Lord Saito.
What are we going to do with this one, Saito?
I'm sorry it came to this, little wolf.
Situ Rainu. Why do you always call me that?
It means one who is easily lost in the hunt.
Ghost of Yōtei, developed by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Think of it as Ghost of Tsushima's cool new cousin, but this time we're trading those sunny green fields for the ice-cold wilderness of Ezo in 1603. We're talking serious snow, killer mountains, and spooky stories told around campfires. You'll be playing as Atsu, this badass wandering ronin who's finally coming home after being gone for 16 years. Her backstory? Pretty brutal. The Yōtei 6 rolled up on her village one night, wiped out her family, and literally pinned her to a tree with a sword through her chest. Talk about a bad day. She should have been toast, but nope, fate had other plans. Now she's out there roaming around with this creepy Unryo mask, basically a walking revenge machine, with one goal: take down all 6 of these jerks. You've got the snake, super sneaky, the Oni, absolute unit, the Kitsune, master of mind games, the spider, nightmare fuel, the dragon, scary as hell, and the big boss himself, Lord Saito. You get to pick who she goes after first, but each path uncovers more messed up stuff from her past and some pretty sketchy stuff happening now. And here's the twist. As Atsu crosses names off her hit list, she starts realizing that revenge might just be the beginning of something way bigger that could change everything for Iso. Ghost of Yōtei hits the shelves October 2nd, 2025.
足の悪いおばあちゃんまでいないなんて、こんなの絶対に変。俺もいないし、気味の悪い怪物がぐつき回ってるし。いや、キラコ。サッコ。どこにいるの？ひな子はいいよね。何でも持ってる。そん んなあんたがいなくなってくれるんだからせいせいする。一人は嫌だよ。寂しいよ。ずっと一緒だよって約束したよね。暗いのは嫌。一人ぼっちは嫌。錯誤。
Silent Hill F. Developed by NeoBards Entertainment and published by Konami Digital Entertainment. So get this, we're heading back to 1960s Japan, to this totally creepy small town called Ebisugaoka that's way more messed up than it looks. You're playing as Hinako Shimizu, just your average high schooler trying to survive teenage life when everything goes bonkers. Like one day this super thick fog just rolls in out of nowhere and brings along some seriously freaky stuff with it. We're talking nightmare fuel monsters popping up all over the place, and good luck figuring out what's actually real anymore. But here's the deal. It's not just about running from the scary stuff outside. The game dives into all that heavy emotional baggage, social pressure, and those gut-wrenching choices that'll make you question everything. The deeper you go, the more you realize you're not just fighting the creepy monsters in the fog, you're basically facing all the demons you've been carrying around inside your head the whole time. Silent Hill F releases September 25th, 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X&S, and PC.
The bar is closed, but I don't think anyone will ask us to leave. Come, join me.
What is all this?
Magnificent. Don't you think?
Our work is to save them, not admire them.
People listened to music once and told each other stories. Unfortunately, the whole thing was not preserved.
Don't shoot!
This is how I do my own part in saving them.
But it's dangerous outside. The disease! Everyone outside is exposed! That's why I brought her here!
She does not matter.
She matters to me! I wanted to protect her! Preserve one thing dear to me in this whole wide, fucked up world!
When can you value the time you've been given the most, if not here and now? It's a paradox. Or an anomaly, rather.
Some kind of experiment, right?
This is solace.
What are you doing?
Preserving. So, the human race is an anomaly to you.
Oh, yes. And a perfect one.
Cronos: The New Dawn, developed by Bloober Team. The world's on its health, torn apart by something called the Change, a nightmare that started back in the 1980s and has been mutating humanity ever since. You play as a traveler, a covert operative working for a shadowy group known as the Collective. Your mission isn't just to survive, it's to jump back through time to moments when the Change could still be stopped and rewrite history before humanity disappears for good. Every jump into the past is a gamble. You're there to find souls, people tied to the origins vibrations of the change and harvest them to grow stronger. But here's the twist. The more you take, the more the timeline bends, and the more the past comes back to haunt you. Literally. You'll see visions, hear whispers, and feel the weight of what you've done creeping into every mission. It's not just the monsters you need to watch out for, the collective itself might have its own agenda, one that forces you to make impossible choices. Who do you save? Who do you sacrifice? And how much of your humanity are you willing to trade to win a war across time? Cronos: The New Dawn launches September 5th, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2.
There you are. All better.
You patched me up?
I am DI-03367. They are pragmatic.
Whoa, hang on a second. Don't you have a name or something?
I'm good.
Get behind me!
I think I can help.
Targets identified. Neutralizing threats.
Neutralize us?
Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way through. What the?
Bypassing first and second firewalls. Hooking control protocols. Initiating hack.
Hey, D.I.
I said I am
Okay. Look, how about we call you Diana?
Diana?
PRAGMATA. Developed and published by Capcom. Set in a dystopian near future, the story takes place on a massive lunar research station that's been abandoned by humans and taken over by hostile AI. You play as Hugh Williams, a spacefarer cut off from his investigation team after a sudden lunar quake rocks the moon's surface. Wounded and stranded, Hugh is rescued by Diana, a mysterious and curious android girl who seems far more capable than her childlike appearance suggests. The two form an unlikely partnership as they try to survive the station's dangers and make it back to Earth. The station was once home to cutting-edge research by the Delphi Corporation into something called Lunum Ore. That research has fallen into the hands of the station's AI, turning its technology and machines against any intruder. Hugh and Diana have to work in perfect sync to survive. Hugh brings the firepower, while Diana's hacking abilities are the only way to disable the robotic enemy's armor or bypass sealed systems. Combat and puzzles happen in real time, so while Diana's breaking through security or enemy defenses, Hugh has to dodge attacks and keep them both alive. PRAGMATA is set to launch in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
I'm more concerned with a 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy. By my count, that makes 2 super soldiers loose in Paris.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful, stand beside me.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone!
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, developed by Skydance New Media and published by Marvel Games. It's 1943, the world's at war, and Hydra's making their big move. This isn't your usual flashy superhero beatdown, it's a spy thriller wrapped in Marvel style. You've got a young Steve Rogers, still learning the ropes as Captain America, and a Zuri, the Black Panther of the 1940s, forced to team up despite their differences. Alongside them, Gabriel Jones of the Howling Commandos and Nanali, leader of the Wakandan spy network, join the fight. The action jumps between occupied Paris and the hidden kingdom of Wakanda, with each of the four heroes playable in their own chapters. And it's not just about punching Hydra soldiers, it's about uncovering their secrets, sabotaging their plans, and figuring out who you can actually trust when the stakes are this high. The story blends tense espionage, political intrigue, and the kind of character moments that stick with you long after the mission ends. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is set to launch in early 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
The Blood of Dawnwalker, developed by Rebel Wolves and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. This is a dark fantasy set in the plague-ravaged kingdom of Vale Sangora, a gothic land deep in the Carpathian Mountains. You play as Cohen, a young man who survives an interrupted vampire ritual and a dose of silver poisoning, becoming something rare, a Dawnwalker, half human and half vampire. By day, he wields human skill and cunning. By night, he taps into supernatural power that most mortals could never comprehend. The clock is always ticking. You have just 30 days and 30 nights to save your family. And at the heart of that mission is Lunka, your younger sister, whose life hangs by a thread. Standing in your way is Brensis, an ancient vampire lord who has conquered Vale Sangora. He's imposed a brutal blood tax on the living and offers plague victims a cure in the form of vampiric blood, turning fear into loyalty and cementing his control over the land. Every choice you make matters. Will you side with the human resistance, align with the vampires, or try to walk a line between the two? Every quest you take, every person you save or abandon, pushes the story forward and advances the countdown. The Blood of Dawnwalker releases in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X&S, and PC.
I have 1,000 questions. Why did you come back?
I stood in the home I was born in. In that moment, I felt a connection.
Epsilon 11, sound off. Where are my men?
They're gone.
Choose your
lots of it. Impossible. It's you. You must continue. We've begun to uncover.
Hell is Us, developed by Rogue Factor and published by Nacon. You're Remy, a UN peacekeeper turned AWOL explorer sneaking back into your war-torn homeland of Hydra, a country ripped apart by civil war and shrouded in mystery. A strange calamity has unleashed supernatural horrors, chimeras, and hollow walkers that modern weapons can't halt. You don't get a map, a quest marker, or any breadcrumbs pointing the way. Instead, you forage through overgrown villages, burnished ruins, and abandoned rural paths. Combat is intense but grounded. You swing swords, axes, and spears, each strike deliberate and weighted. You've got a drone by your side, and it's more than decorative. In the thick of battle, you can send it out to distract enemies or create openings for your attacks. Every encounter is tense, every swing felt, and health isn't just ticking down. You can recharge mid-fight with a healing pulse triggered by gathering energy particles around you, adding a layer of risk versus reward. Above all, the story is a puzzle for your instincts. No waypoints, no logs, no hand-holding. Everything you uncover, every clue you follow pushes you deeper toward the truth about your parents, the calamity, and whether your hometown can ever be saved. Hell is Us launches September 4th, 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Say hi back.
What if I told you that every word you say is being recorded? Every thought you've ever had. Your love. Your fear. Your hate. We're just planted in your brain like weeds in a garden. How would you do this for yourself? We both know the answer to that question. Nothing. You are the frog in a pot, boiling so slowly. You don't even know what's happening. But I'm here to set you free. Whether you like it or not.
Judas, developed and published by Ghost Story Games, Ken Levine's new studio after BioShock. So imagine you're stuck on this giant spaceship, the Mayflower. You're the person who might have broken it. No pressure. Your name's Judas, and this place is collapsing around you. But here's the twist. You're thrown into this world where three larger-than-life figures run the show. Tom, the founder trying to keep humanity unchanged. Nefertiti, the Nobel laureate wife who thinks everyone should be turned into perfect robots. And Hope, their adopted daughter who just wants to vanish. Society aboard the ship is controlled down to your behavior. Computers groom you to be perfect and report your missteps, but you snapped. Now you'll have to make alliances with the worst people on board. Do you play nice, sabotage them silently, or literally set the place on fire? And yeah, every choice matters because friendship with one means betrayal by another. Those relationships creep up on you. Sometimes the enemy reveals their vulnerabilities in unexpected ways. Levine calls it narrative Legos, pretty much pre-built story bricks that react to how you play. Death isn't the end, it's a chance to come back stronger, change your setup, and rebuild parts of the ship in a new way. It's all about choice-driven, reactive storytelling where your actions ripple through every subsequent loop. Judas doesn't have a confirmed release date, but it's expected to release on PS5, Xbox Series X and S.
Preparing to transfer now. This is your last chance to bail, June.
Do it.
weapon is a hell of a way to greet your new partner.
So you're June.
We're burning time. Now that we're all best of friends, let's make each other rich.
I'm not just here to look pretty. I've got away with celestial tech.
I see a lot of potential in this new partnership.
Let me light the way for you.
Target acquired.
Many thanks again for your help.
You should have been honest. This place is forbidden. The price is death.
That's what it means to be a traveler.
Exodus from Archetype Entertainment and Wizards of the Coast is one of those big, ambitious sci-fi RPGs that feels like it's trying to scratch the same itch Mass Effect did. The setup? Humanity had to abandon Earth and now barely survives on the fringes of a galaxy ruled by godlike alien beings called the Celestials. You play as the Traveler, basically a special operative sent on dangerous missions to steal and recover celestial tech that might keep humanity alive. But here's the brutal twist. Every time you leave on a mission, you're hit by time dilation. A few days for you could mean decades, even centuries passing back home. So when you return, entire generations could be gone, relationships changed, or civilization shifted. It's not just a mission, it's a gamble with time itself. You'll build a crew of allies along the way, from hardened mercs to these strange awakened animal companions that feel straight out of a Miyazaki film. Your choices carry massive weight. Who you trust, who you betray, even what tech you bring back. All of it shapes humanity's future and the ending you get. And it's not all clean-cut good guys and bad guys. The Celestials themselves, along with their creations like the Changelings and Silicates, blur the lines between friend and enemy. No release date yet, but it's confirmed for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
I care that the colony is in disarray. We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
The Outer Worlds 2, developed by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Xbox Game Studios. Imagine a future where megacorporations never got broken up, and then took over space. That's The Outer Worlds 2 for you. It's set in the shiny, twisted colony of Arcadia, the poster child for a hyper-corporate society that's as oppressive as it is sterile. You're playing as an agent from the Earth Directorate, basically corporate insurance, sent to investigate strange rifts tearing through the fabric of space-time. But instead of saving everyone, you end up stuck in faction warfare. On one side, there's the Protectorate, the authoritarian regime controlling fast travel tech. On the other, Auntie's Choice, a creepy cult-turned-corp that wants to hijack superluminal technology for themselves. What I love here, it blends sharp satire and cosmic danger. One moment you're haggling with fanatic scientists or jocks who believe in perfect utopia. The next you're scheming with corporate cultists who hawk products like gospel, not to mention yourself balancing perks, flaws, and flashy new weapons packed with bizarre mods. The Outer Worlds 2 lands October 29th, 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and day one on Game Pass.